Can we move on to predetermination?
Yeah, if God's so ordained it, yeah.
All right. Well, let me ask you this then. Do you believe that God predetermined that man would sin?
Yes.
Okay. If so, then how can God hold man responsible for something he didn't have total control of?
Well, we have to introduce some concepts now called dealing with causation: ultimate cause, proximate cause, efficient cause. Now, I'm not trying to do a lot of philosophical mumbo jumbo. That's not the thing.
Yeah.
But when we get into issues like this, we have to slice and dice concepts a little bit more to get things in. So the ultimate cause of all things is God. Nothing exists outside of God's creative work. Even the devil's existence is because God created everything. Now, he didn't ontologically create ontological evil. That's another topic. But he made the universe, he made the angels, they chose, they fell, etc. Okay, so he's the cause, the ultimate cause at the beginning. The proximate cause is the event that is closest to another event. And the efficient cause is the cause that someone himself does. So I'm efficiently causing, like you can't see it. I have a little laser pointer in my right hand. Okay, I'm pointing it. And so if I were to throw it, I'm the efficient cause. But maybe my wife put it on the table or my desk, so she'd be the proximate cause. But God's the ultimate cause because the universe exists because of him. So God ultimately brought everything into existence in the ultimate sense, but he's not the efficient causes of our sin. We are the ones who choose to sin, and God does not force us to do that. He's not put his hand on our hand on the gun, pull the trigger, and say, "What have you done?" He is not the efficient cause, but he's the ultimate cause. And so therefore, he's not culpable in our sin.
Right. So would you call, I forgot the term you used, but that God did not create moral evil?
Ontological evil.
Right. Would that be almost the same?
Right.
Or?
So ontos is the Greek nature, essence, being. So the study of ontology is studying of nature and essence of something. So Satan is by nature, because he's fallen, his nature changed to complete and total evil. God did not create him complete and total evil.
Right.
So he created circumstances by which Satan was able to rebel and became fallen. So God does not create ontological evil because it's a contradiction to his holiness and his character.
Right.
But he can certainly create the proximate causes, let's just say, by which certain circumstances are in place by which a being can rebel, and then in his own rebellion he is the efficient cause of that evil.
Yeah, that's a good answer, because it definitely deals with the blame game we're talking about here. You know.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I know this isn't on the list, but as you're talking and I'm thinking to myself, then I'm gonna guess that you probably wouldn't have an answer for where evil originates from.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Evil originated in the heart of Satan. You go to Isaiah 14:12-14. You go, and it talks about, "I will raise myself above the heavens to 5 I wills." It originated in the heart of Lucifer. Now, I have a theory about this. It's just my theory, so you guys can mock me if you want, and that's fine, because I've already been teasing you guys, and I'm due. But I have a theory that only God, because he alone has the attribute of holiness, he alone is the only one who can never sin. We see in 1 Timothy 5:21, we see that there are elect angels, chosen angels. Now, I believe, this is my opinion, that they were the ones chosen not to sin. They were an action by God upon them. I believe, this is my opinion, I can't prove it, but in Scripture, I believe that any creature, sentient creature, that has a will, rationality, morality, will end up falling. Just give them time, unless God intervenes and stops them, because they don't possess holiness, which is an attribute of God. That's my opinion. So I believe that Satan did not possess holiness because it's an attribute of God's nature, and it's just a matter of time before he was lifted up in pride and fell. That's my opinion.
I've been dealing with that, with just thinking in terms that God does not have potential. and everything he creates does. I don't know if that makes sense. Like God
Right,
can't
yeah, it
be
does.
better than what he is, you know?
Right. He's the best.
Right. So any of us could be, we can either grow worse or better, you know, but God is just set, like he's eternal, and there can't be any better or good than what he already is. So anything
That's the immutability of God.
right. So like God, in creating everything has the potential to be worse, but not God, you know?
He can't be worse because there is no worse to be worse to, but
Right.
and he can't be any better than what he is.
Right.
He is perfect. His immutability combined with his aseity, his pure holiness, eternality, his omniscience, omnipresence, omnisapience, all of it. He's awesome.
That's good. That's
Amazing.
good. Now, a lot of these questions I'm asking you are my own or ones that I've come across than just speaking to people. So let me just ask one more question on predetermination that will kind of clarify for those that might be wondering and watching. So do you believe that God ordained for all things to happen the way that they do in history without him being the blame for it whenever
Yes.
it comes to the sin that man has committed?
Yes.
Okay.
Next question. I can expand on it, but yeah, the answer to that is
Okay,
most definitely,
gotcha.
because the Bible says in Ephesians 1:11, he works all things after the counsel of his will.
Okay.
And he's not the efficient cause of people's sin. They're still responsible.
Right.
All right. Gotcha.
Good.